What's up, guys? It's Gardy B with the Jenkins Jonez show. As always, I'm here with my good internet buddies, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
What's up, guys?
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas? And if you fuck with us, you want to see more of our content, please jump on YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
Really enjoyed the Lakers game last night, and a couple people said I was stupid for saying this, but I think you'll understand. I said, this Lakers team is stressful to watch, but it's a fun stressful. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Like,
makes total sense.
They're not going to win. Like, they're going to always let the Rockets and the Thunder back in, but when Melo's making threes or when Bron takes over like he did, it's at least we're having fun. You know what I mean?
Right. That fucking fourth quarter from Bron, man. Sheesh. 14 fucking points, balled out. But yeah, you know, people are just always going to shit on whatever you say about your team, about the team you're following. Like I said, you know, Bron had a great fourth quarter and everyone's like, oh man, the Rockets are terrible. They're a bunch of kids. And I'm like, okay, motherfucker. Like y'all, you know, discredited Bron when he beat the fucking 73-win Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to give the guy any fucking credit at all. So just let people enjoy things. Stop being a hater.
Right. Yeah. Yes, maybe that will happen.
It will never happen. That's why you just gotta get some shit out there and mute notifications sometimes.
Right, for sure. I'm with you, and I thought actually last night was, look, we understand it's the fucking Rockets. Like we get it. We know that they're the Rockets, but I did think that it was more or less the fit that you and I were hoping for, which was they were looking for a Russ. They were looking for a dude that was going to go 100 miles an hour the whole fucking game and keep things from getting stagnant. When Bron was on the bench, Russ was playing great, scoring and passing, and that kept him in it. Yeah,
and then we got that well-rested Bron who went fucking crazy in the fourth. Like this was the ideal Russ-Bron dynamic last night. You know, hopefully we see some more of that. Hopefully Vogel can, you know, figure out how to maximize that shit there.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But that is that's what we wanted to look like in the playoffs, just beating, you know, the fucking Nuggets, not the Rockets.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, I want to talk about, we didn't get a chance to talk about this on the last pod, but the NBA announced before the season that they were going to officiate, what are they calling them? Non-basketball moves? Mm-hmm. They're going to officiate that differently, which is basically James Harden. And, you know, he's certainly the poster child for this move, but all the weird body movements to draw fouls that he'd been getting calls for. Yeah. And I expressed a lot of, I didn't think that they were actually going to be able to officiate this differently. And they have genuinely changed the way that this has been officiated so extensively that there are already highlight reels of James Harden being a total fucking flail bot. Just like running into the lane and twisting sideways and throwing the ball up and everything. I've seen people express sympathy for him. I've seen people laughing at him. How do you feel about the way that this is changing? Because I can't really, this doesn't happen in other sports. They don't say to the best hitter in baseball, the strike zone is different for you next year. You know what I mean? So how do you feel about this?
First of all, I do not feel any ounce of sympathy or remorse for James Harden here. For one, because look, bro, you never needed to do that cheap shit. You're so good, bro. You do not need to be a fucking ref baiter, you know, for one. For two, you know, I was always on board with the non-basketball moves. Like no one fucking jumps sideways when they're shooting a jumper to collide with a defender. You know what I'm saying? That's not a basketball move. You know what I mean? Like I'm all for, you know, the straight up pump fake. You get a guy in the air. Okay, you get the bucket there. That's gamesmanship. Because that's a basketball move. That's, you know, them being in your landing space. When you move into someone's landing space and you still get the call there, I can't ride with that. But you know, I don't think this is Harden's demise. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's still going to be a 25, 27 point per game guy. He's just going to, you know, he's got some shit to work through. You know, he's got the hammy that he had to work through. He's got the rule adjustments. He's going to be okay. I don't feel any remorse for him. Like I said, it's about time he got rid of that insurance fraud ass game.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, spiritually, I agree with that. I do think it's a testament to how good he's been at hacking the system, basically, because in any sport, whether it's basketball or football or baseball, the league is always changing the rules to get the score to go higher, right? Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but they think that's what fans want. They want the bigger score. the bigger stats for the star players, all that shit. And what was the last time rules were changed against an offensive play? Like maybe Shaq. I mean, it's really like every quarter century that you see a league go, okay, this is fucking everything up.
like banning Kareem dunks and shit. Like, okay, you're getting buckets too easily here, buddy. You need to get some layups going here, pal.
Right.
But yeah, it's a very interesting circumstance. And the refs are sticking to it. Like, they just kind of put out a statement earlier this week, like, we're still riding with this no matter how much y'all are complaining, and it's going to be this way in the playoffs too, of course, because refs swallow the whistle even more in the playoffs. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But like I said, I don't think this is Harden's demise. I think he's going to be just fine. It was just time to stop hitting Geico with those fucking fraudulent claims, buddy.
Well, and then, he's certainly not the only one with particularly the running in front of a defender in the backcourt and then stopping and then getting the foul in there. That was the one that always bothered me the most, because that really is like insurance fraud. That's dangerous for the defender.
Yeah, swoop and swap. Yeah, the fucking Chris Paul, Trae Young special right there.
Right, 100%. So they needed to change it. But in addition to messing with one of the league's best offensive players, this whole shit, it is also, especially if Kyrie doesn't come back, that really changes the dynamic of the whole championship race. Because if you go from KD, Harden, Kyrie to KD and Harden, okay, but if you go from that to KD and Harden not able to draw fouls,
KD and Harden, before it was KD, Harden, and the refs. Now it's KD and Harden. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a substantial change there. Yeah.
So we'll see, man. I'm curious to see. It does feel like a little bit of a staring contest, and I'm with you. I don't think the refs are gonna blink.
Nah. The refs are not budging. It's time to figure it out, Jim.